2. That's your best lap, lap 3.
3, 2, 1, go!
Lap 2.